Hi folks, another meadow scene coming up, or sort of. This is MDF, 2mm thick MDF, which I've rubbed down on one side and primed with some PVA glue to stop the paint drying in. This is one I did a few weeks ago, and if you can see that quite closely, you can see it's lined. It's very heavily gessoed with some plaster mixed in with the PVA glue. Yeah, that is definitely oil. And much easier to stack. The thinner the better. But the MDF it's the stuff that you back photographs with, and backing for watercolours in mounts and framed behind glass. Now, I'm using 3 colours, possibly with black, to give a range of greens, but I might not use it. I've got cadmium yellow, cadmium red and ultramarine. The white is Griffin, that's an alkyd based paint, Winsor & Newton, fast dryer. And I'm not going to or have any preconceived ideas about what I'm going to do. I'm just going to paint away, put a sky in, and just add it, and just let the painting happen. I can do this because I've done a lot of it. Sorry about the watercolourist, but I'm really enjoying doing this. It's good for me because when I get back to watercolours, I will be refreshed. But I'm really enjoying using this oil, fast drying oil. I'm using the Winsor & Newton fast drying linseed oil with some refined linseed oil mixed in with it, and I use a lot of it. You can really cover the board very quickly, and you can build up your impasto as you go along. But I think the thing to do is copy what I do if you're interested in learning to do oils, or at least the way I paint them. But I make it up as I go along. There are no rules other than if you're painting alla prima like I am, you can put thin paint onto thick paint onto thin. It doesn't matter because it's wet. It's when you paint thick over a thin wash when the painting's dry is when you have your cracking problems. I've got my cup of tea. I haven't cleaned my brushes yet. I just wipe them out in a rag when I've finished the colour, and that's as clean as I'm going to go. Until at the end, I'm going to clean all my brushes in one go. And I'm using Foreground for that. I'm sure you sell that, or it's probably made in America. It's very good for your hands. But I still believe it's a petroleum-based product, but there's very little smell to it. It's not toxic, as far as I know. But the liquid dishwasher that I finished the brushes with, that's quite normal. Okay, so we'll work out a sky, and then as we go, we'll work out a landscape. So I did the brush in the oil, bit of blue, bit of red, and just bung it on. Loads of oil, be just running down the paper. But you do need some pigment, it would help. So if we want a light horizon, like trees on the showing on the horizon, you've got to have a bit of a dark background. Or if you want a light horizon, you can do darker trees. It's all about light against dark. So now we can work in some pigment into that. Just blue and red here. It's just a loose stain over it at the moment. I won't go down too low, but I like low horizons, big skies. We'll add and clean the brush up, give it a good clean out, and then we can put in some some yellow, red, bit of white. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with this. As you progress it will get tacky or start to dry off, and then we can just go over it, blend it a bit. A bit of red in there. Right, put a bit of meadowy stuff in. Yeah, nothing like a good meadow. See, no attempt at any form. Oh, I was going to say earlier on, feel free to copy what I do, but there comes a time where you should make up your own paintings, find your own. Otherwise, if you copy my style, such as it is, you won't develop your own, and you'll just be copying. But it's how we learn. But there comes a time when you've got to stand on your own 2 feet and find your own material. By all means, use mine as an idea if you think it's any good, and just play around with it. Just have fun. Just enjoy the process of painting rather than get frustrated because you can't do it. I know my friends sell themselves by saying easy, simple. I do it myself sometimes, but it's not simple. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of experience to do it. There will always be people better than us. Whatever you do, you get the stars and those that really shine. I'm not one of them. Okay. See, in days gone by, I've put in the trees first. But why not? Let's put in some brilliant trees against that dark. So a bit of red, bit of yellow. And it's all simple stuff. There's a lot of oil on that board, so we can just start to rough in a meadow. With these lovely trees. We'll path through the meadow. I've just done a similar one. Maybe we can put a pond in, I don't know. But I want some darks in that. Okay, so put the lights in to get the darks. So now red, yellow, bit of oil. Keep your trees all different because it will look a bit too symmetrical, and that's probably too much of a gap, or the gap's in the wrong place maybe. There's a slightly reddy green. Let's dry my brush. We'll clean my brush. Right, we'll put in some meadowy stuff now. Plenty of Shall we just undulate the ground here a little bit? The red. Just putting the dark in here, blue and red, sky colour. Another thing why it's good practice to use a limited, very limited palette is that it forces you to learn the colour mixes early on. But you've just got to get that dark on and then add your light. I think I'll just take that out there. Red, when you're going to use greens, use quite a bit of red in the mix, which will complement the green. I know these are a bit samey, but as I point out, that they all end up differently. Alright, okay, so let's get back to some of that sky now. We want the dark sky on that horizon. Paint that out. We could put in a bit of one of those rapeseed. Oh, shouldn't say that, I might get flagged. Right, let's start modelling that sky a bit now. Let's just blend it a little bit. Sorry about the noise, the usual banging. The oil is literally running down the board. Maybe a bit of light on the horizon. Why not? Whatever you feel like. It's all about counter change. Light against dark. just mixing up some light colour, but we don't want white and we don't want yellow, we want reddy. Put some trees on top of that. Alright, let's get a bit of blue in there. I'm having second thoughts about that dark colour now, but but you can see why you put the dark in the sky. Well, I put the dark in the sky first so that you can work either side of it. Okay. Got something good happening there. Let's put some blue in there. You've got lots of colour in there. There's a bit of light on there. Well, that's sky's a bit different, isn't it? Right, let's go in here with some dark greens now. Blue, oil, yellow, red. Might be better if I put that as a dark green on the top, so I'll change that. That you can do very quickly. I want to still preserve that seed, that field of oil seed. There's that bit of light, low down. Centre of the board is there. Keep away from it for main objects. Right, so we've got some trees being modelled here. Just the 3 primaries. Okay, let's leave that for a minute, go to the other side and we'll put in some, we've got dark there so we can afford to keep that nice and light. And as we come into that mid-tone we'll put the green back. Right, that's the basic tree shapes. Get this one a little bit higher. Okay, well let's go back to the foreground now. So we'll just put in loads and loads of colour. Want a bit of a bluey mauve, some dark spots in here, bit of red. just some foreground, nothing finished yet. And we can just keep going over that. Right, get some lights going up into there, but that needs to be much darker in the base of those trees, the shadowy bits. It should be thick. And we can go over that with our colours. Now if you've got any here, let's just take them off. Just a minute, no, it's gone. And I think we're going to have to brighten up the sky a little bit. But let's just get in this lovely I tell you, a great meadow painter is David Dipnall. Now, he's I learnt a lot from him, or from his paintings. Down there, soft. See, with all that oil on it, everything sort of blends. I could put some greens in there in a minute. So there's a bit of grasses going up into the trees. Oh, using all of the brush, not just the edge, just using the side of it. Okay. Right, let's put in a bit of grass now in the foreground. So red, no, yellow and oil. Yeah, that's a bit dodgy there, trying to get the greens in there. A bit of red. Cover them up a little bit. Could always put them back. You can get all sorts of mixed greens like Viridian, sap green, phthalo green, all sorts of Windsor green. But will it help? Now, since the light is coming from the front, we need to put in some shadow. Now we're growing a bit of purpley colour. Just a bit of rough stuff in here. Look, just using the individual hairs to make these grasses sticking up in the against the light. Knock up some more. A bit of oil. Can't get in there. Right, we'll have a bit of darkening now. I hope it doesn't fall off. Ooh. Now, I wonder whether we could put some sort of path in for figures, but no, we won't. Right, okay, so we want to put in some, I'll go back on that sky. Oh, I still haven't done my tea. I've already microwaved it once. So I get so carried away. Right, now we're putting some light greens. So we're just adding the greens to give the impression that we've got leaves I will have to put in some trunks in that. Well, I'm not going to do much more to that. A bit more dark green though in here. Right, clean the brush. I know what I haven't done. Put on some light blue, I think. On there. A bit of darker blue. So that shows. Right, let's clean the brush and get in with the light green. Put some of that in there. Oh, I suppose we could probably make it a little bit darker on that horizon. Right, I'm just going to put some shadowy colours in here. And some on the other side. Okay, now we'll put in some high spots. Still got to do the sky a little bit. Just some little bits of light just catching. Do I like that? No, I don't like that. Okay, let's have a little look at that sky now. Before I put in some final details in the foreground, like wild flowers. So let's get some white, yellow, red. touch of oil. I want this to blend, I don't want any great impasto on that. Right, we want some this little cow parsley, I think that's what they call it. And a bit of blue. No, I don't like that. What we will have? Usual poppies. Okay, it's not perfect, but I want to get in some trees, trunks. I'm using a slightly greeny mix for that now. Just a hint of look, just let's move that along there a little bit so I can balance on there. Oops, got my hand there. That's all for that. I'll add some figures going through the through this. So I'll use a bit of light red, and because they show. It's very difficult to do when you Not like that. Not like them. Let's put a bit of nah, that's enough, that is. I think what I'll do there is take a brush and just put in some green. No, darker. Lose them in the rye. Well, that's better, but I want pure white on this dress. And put a white hat on as well. Right? Well, that'll do. Alright, we'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look to see what we've done. Hope it fits. Got a, not a mount, a frame. Got a frame. Oh. Yeah, that fits. I will just put in a couple of panel pins, so bear with me, just to hold it in place. I'll be falling out like the other one did the other day, straight into the paint. Much gnashing of teeth. The frames are just my brother-in-law was throwing that, he collects everything. Oh, there we are. Maybe the sky's a little dark, but I enjoy those. So maybe we could just afford to just put in a bit of light above, sun breaking through up there. Let's try, see how we get on. Alright, just soften that. There. Suppose we could repeat that just on there. Okay, so that gives a little bit of character. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. My hands are covered in oil now. So there's 3 paintings I've done this morning. 2 for you guys and 1 for Patreon. See if I can just get a little bit of... It's all we need really. They're in shadow. Probably one in here. Sorry about that. Right, well there we are. My figures are a bit weak, but can't improve on those without the paint being dry. So I hope you enjoyed the wet in wet demonstration. That's what it is, wet in wet in oil. I'm quite pleased with the sky, I must say. So, well, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.